Gandamu Shmo. Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my review for the Bandai, I actually don't know what the scale is on this, but it's the Wargreymon Amplified. This is a kit I was very excited about. I came a little late to the party, but I love the look of it. And full disclosure, I was a massive Digimon fan as a kid, so when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. I liked it a lot more than the look of the Omnimon, which I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, but the Omnimon still looks good. I haven't built it, and I do hear some good things about it, but I also hear, and from what I can see, it looks a little cheap. The plastic isn't as good. It doesn't hold together as well. But this, my God, the beauty on this, and the detail is amazing. But I'll get into that in a little bit. So first, let's get into the build process. This was not a difficult build, if I'm being honest. I was expecting much worse. This is my first kind of kit that I built that wasn't a mecha design, or I know I shouldn't call it mecha, but a robotic design. I've always had an interest in buying some of these model kits that aren't for robots or that are mechanical in design. You know, there's a lot of good ones. Like I'm looking at the Broly version from Dragon Ball. I know that there's a lot of Dragon Ball kits out there. There's some One Piece ones, but this is my first kit like this, and I kind of made the lore video a little more difficult than usual. I'll talk about that a little more in that video, but yeah, overall the process was not as difficult. It's not as, it looks big and it looks super detailed and intricate. There's not as much going on in there as you might think, and I mean that in a good way. I mean that in terms of it's not overly complicated, but it holds together well and it feels solid. But my only kind of real qualm, I guess, in terms of the, and it's a very minor one, in terms of the build process was with the nail here. As you can see, it's a sticker and it goes on. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'll probably go back at some point and paint it for the purposes of this out-of-box review. I decided to put it on. It's not the easiest to put on, but it doesn't look the worst in the world. But this one's kind of not as great. But yeah, overall it was a fun build. The only things I would say watch out for is some points on this are quite sharp, and I'm not someone who usually complains about that. It's not something I have a problem with, but I actually cut myself when I was making this because I underestimated how sharp these talons and fangs and nails could get. So that being said, let's move on to the next section. So in terms of accessories, you're not getting that much with this. In fact, you're not really getting anything at all. You get a couple extra little poly caps here, and what doubles as an accessory is these back shields. But I personally had a problem. I know a lot of people haven't, but I've had a problem with the purple. It's a nice clear purple and I like its color, but I do have a problem with it popping out. But they fit onto these little pegs on the back and they can spread out, and it gives it these nice wing looks. And they don't, as far as I can tell, or maybe it's just me, I'm just gonna put it down there real quick, they don't hold together very well, but it's a minor complaint, but posing them can be a bit difficult, and they don't close all the way. And all of these are stickers. This actually probably took me the most time on the kit, just getting all these stickers in, making sure they're in the right place. But other than that, you don't get very much anything in terms of accessories. But then again, this isn't a machine. Everything that's going to be on it is going to be on it. I know that these come off. You can have them just be standard without them, but Like, let's be honest, unlike something like a Gundam kit where you can choose which gun you want, or which backpack, or which laser, whatever, rifle beam saber, with this, pretty much everything that comes with it that's a quote-unquote accessory, you're pretty much going to be keeping on at all times. But that's just a personal choice and preference. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for accessories. Now, in terms of articulation, it's going to be very nice in some places and not so nice in others. I've already covered the backpacks. Just very quickly, you can put on the claws, and they have a little bit of some movement there, but other than that, you're not really gonna get much out of them. But the wrists have a full swivel. The arms can go 180, but you kind of have to move up the shoulder armor. Shoulder armor comes up about that much. That's how much you're gonna get at the elbow. The head might be my biggest point of contention. As you can see, I love the detail on the hair here, but it does kind of limit the head mobility. In terms of, you don't really get a crunch. You get a little bit of an arc, not much. The side skirt goes up to about there. The legs come up here. As you can tell, the legs are very bent. They look very organic, which is a good thing, but they're not a straight line, so you're not gonna get as much mobility. Posing them can be just a little bit of a hassle sometimes, at least for me. But you get a nice bend in the knee there. And for the foot, you get some nice range of motion. You get about that much of a pivot, and you get some front and forward back. But in terms of splits, you actually get, you almost get full splits in terms of spread. But overall, the articulation is pretty decent. It's just, it can get a little clunky with everything on, so posability can be just a little bit hampered, but it's, I mean, nowhere near my last review, the Arjarja, where that thing crumbles in your hand. This thing feels solid, this thing feels stable, and you can find a lot of cool poses. Like I said, my only real point of contention is with the head, and when you put on the back armor, it can get even a little more limited because it can kind of pushes back into it. But overall, articulation is pretty good. So in terms of size comparison, like I said at the beginning, I'm not 100% sure what the scale would be because it's not a Gundam unit. It's not going to be like a 1/144th the size of what Wargreymon actually looks like. But in terms of the actual model kit, it's about the same size as a standard master grade. Here it is compared to my previous review, the Arjarja, which is a bit tall for a high grade. Here it is next to the a high grade 1/144 G40 Granddaddy. And as always, here it is next to the RE100 Nightingale, which is one of the, if not the biggest kit I own. So yeah, it's bulky, it's very muscular, it's not little scrawny legs like Granddaddy over here, or even Uma Lightning a bit. There's some muscle on this, and when you add on the wings and the back shield and the claws, it looks quite hefty, but it looks solid. It doesn't look chunky, if that makes sense. It's not the Faz, for example, but overall, some great size on this. So my final thoughts, if you can find this kit, I would buy it. It's a great kit. It's not the cheapest out there, but it's cheaper than a master grade, for example, but it's a great kit. A lot of amazing detail on here. The color separation is beautiful. The build process isn't too hard. It's got some really good posability. Not many accessories, but then again, what do you need? It's really good. Like I said, I haven't built the Omnimon, but I might give that a look in the future. But based on the new Amplifieds, I saw the design and some pictures of an upcoming Metal Garurumon Amplified, and I am over the moon excited because I'm going to pair these two big boys up. It's going to be a hell of a great time. But yeah, overall, and I'm not just saying that because I have a predisposition to Digimon, which I do. Like I said, full disclosure, I love Digimon. I loved it as a kid, and I saw this, I had to hop on it. But this kit is actually giving me a lot of hope and a lot of confidence in buying some of these non-Gundam designed model kits, and not even just non-Gundam, because I have the Kotobukiya Metal Gear Rex, and I'm looking to acquire the Sahelanthropus. So it's not even just mechanical designs. I mean these characters, these organic ones. I might look at the Broly or the Vegeta next, for example, because I love Dragon Ball as well. So overall, yeah, I'd highly recommend this kit if you can find it. It was hard for me to find it. It sold out quite quickly. I only happened to find it when I went in a while back to buy the Master Grade Barbatos, and I just happened to see it sitting on a shelf, and I'm like, you know what, I'm getting it. I was looking for this for a while. But yeah, overall, it's a great kit. I would highly recommend. Alright guys, take it easy. Gandamu, Gandamu, Shmo, da 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 da.